This video is brought to you by CatBeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. Before I start this video, I would like to give a shout out to my sponsor, CatBeast.com. CatBeast.com is your one-stop shop for custom snapbacks made from people all around the world. You can design your own custom hats, snapbacks, beanies, and finding other great designs that suit your fitting. Now on to the video. With free agency coming up, 2020 will be the most important time to determine a borderline player's career. Not every former solid player will be picked up. Last year, guys like Jeremy Lin and Lance Stephenson took their talents overseas. Lin desperately trying to do anything he can to have another shot at the league, but a couple recent lottery picks haven't lived up to their expectations. Some will be out the door in their mid-20s. Players drafted since 2014, some of them did not improve whatsoever. Here are 7 recent lottery guys who might already be out the NBA for good. Thon Maker, Mr. Lied about his age faker, listed at 23 years old, hard to believe, a disaster of a career. Teams had every reason to be skeptical of him. Before the 2016 draft, the mystery man, good enough to land him the 10th overall pick with guaranteed money. The South Sudan native already had plenty of red flags. One Reddit user even posted his yearbook photo from 2010, leading to many age conspiracies. Was listed at 19 years old during his draft. Some thought he was between 21 to 23 then. There's a possibility he might have repeated high school an extra 4 years when coming to the States. The age thing will continue being the hottest topic surrounding Maker's NBA career, since he's made no impact on the court whatsoever his first 4 seasons. No improvement, averaged between 4 to 5 points a game, not efficient from the field, unplayable in key moments, a 4.7 point average, 2.8 rebounds, 255 games. 255 games too much. The Bucks absolutely wasted their draft pick, traded him to Detroit, made zero impact there too, played under 17 minutes a game for his career. At least he's made around $11.5 million playing in the NBA. If he was brutally honest about his age coming into the league, he might have been a second round pick and already out the door way earlier. Was supposed to be a star caliber player, 7'1", lanky, agile with a vertical, combined with outside shooting. We all know Shabazz lied about his age. Muhammad already out of the league, but only lied by 1 year. Maker perhaps lied about it for 4 years. He might actually be 27 in 2020, but who knows? Dragon Bus Bender, aka terrible defender, produced no results. Teams might finally surrender. Not NBA quality, just a pretender. Absolutely awful being the 4th pick in the 2016 draft, only because Latvia native sensation Kristaps Porzingis, the 4th pick in the previous draft. Not every tall European ends up being good. The Croatian, not so sensation, will struggle finding a destination. After playing 9 games for Golden State, first 4 seasons, averaged 5.4 points, 3.9 rebounds, 40% from the field. There's an argument to be made who's worse between him or Maker. I'm sure there won't be any takers. Bender simply awful for the struggling Suns, wasn't aggressive, shockingly started almost half his games in the 2018 season. No wonder Phoenix was able to land the #1 pick. After 2019, the Suns had enough, realizing he was a waste of a draft pick. They could have selected Jamal Murray or Buddy Hield. Bender signed with the Bucks in 2019, lasted 7 games before getting waived, a total of 26 points with Milwaukee, then to the tanking Warriors, gave him 10 two-day contracts, made around $15 million for his career thus far. Shockingly still only 22 years old, even younger than Lonzo Ball. But being in the league for 4 seasons and still this bad, zero upside, the Suns front office became blindsided, thinking he was going to develop. Averaged less than 10 minutes in the EuroLeague the season before getting drafted. Lacks confidence and aggression, hesitates too much, looking like the second coming of Jan Vesely. Jahlil Okafor, the definition of a Duke bust, the former 3rd overall pick, was supposed to be the future of centers. Drew many comparisons to Tim Duncan, came into the league with a strong post game, but his defensive liability has been gross, a below contributor at most. His career simply being toast. When needed to move his feet, tends to froze. Many DMPs, been a ghost. The soon-to-be 25-year-old was in the discussion as the #1 overall pick up until January 2015, when Karl Towns took over that talk, averaged 17.5 points, 7 rebounds as a rookie for a 10-win Sixers team. Empty stats, a non-factor for Philly after Embiid's debut. Okafor fell off rapidly, averaged single digits the last 3 seasons, couldn't even play backup under Jarrett Allen for Brooklyn, sent to New Orleans as a free agent, saved his career after Anthony Davis went down early 2019. Okafor averaged over 8 and 4 his last 2 years off the bench. Too many liabilities, especially in today's NBA. A traditional big who doesn't space the floor, terrible on defense, can't rebound for his size. His play style would fit in the 90s and 2000s. Probably would have been a poor man's version of Al Jefferson, but still extremely slow. It's an absolute travesty. The Sixers took him over Kristaps Porzingis. There's still a chance he gets signed, but because of the lack of impact, just trying to hang on to a roster for dear life, similar to what Michael Carter-Williams has been doing the last 2 years. Nick Stauskas last played for the Cavs in the 2019 season at 25 years old. The former 8th overall pick was supposed to be a great outside shooter and make similar impact to what Duncan Robinson's doing right now, who also went to Michigan, but the 6'6" shooting guard barely did much, averaged 9.5 points in year 3 with the Sixers, 6.8 points on 39% shooting for his career, couldn't find his stroke, already played for 5 different teams, a non-factor with almost all of them, a decent shooter but not a great one, below average on defense, couldn't do much on the Nets under Kenny Atkinson, a strong coach having a reputation to develop young guys, according to Brian Lewis of the New York Post. Stauskas got shell-shocked in Sacramento by the emotional, immature DeMarcus Cousins. A bad welcome to the league ruined his confidence. Also reports Cousins wanted to fight him on a plane to China. If Stauskas never plays in the NBA again, it would be a huge disappointment, being in a terrible franchise to begin with. Noah Vonleh, the 6'10" power forward/center, the definition of a total bust, still 25 years old, drafted 9th overall by the Charlotte Hornets with high upside out of IU, averaged 5 points, 5 rebounds, 46% shooting in 6 seasons thus far, was absolutely terrible of the Denver Nuggets, didn't seem comfortable being on the floor, made around $15 million for his career. After a disappointing 2.5-year run in Portland, his most memorable moment in Rip City, ending up in Draymond Green's defensive highlight package, getting stuffed badly at the rim. Although Vonleh redeemed himself a little bit, started for the terrible New York Knicks, actually put up 8.5 points, 8 rebounds. That's why that franchise continues to be in the lottery, followed up by 3.7 points in the 2020 season. No idea what other team wants him, very athletic with big hands but no skills. Emmanuel Moody, the former 7th pick of the 2015 draft, the safe side of this list, but being a free agent and not signed for at least another year will always draw some concerns. Made over $15 million for his career, still shockingly 24 years old, played the small role for the Jazz off the bench, 7.3 points on the year, shot 46% from the field, his most efficient season, after averaging close to 15 points on an awful Knicks team. Too bad he was a non-factor in the playoffs against his former team, only played games 1 to 3, regressed it after his rookie year, not a good shooter or an elite playmaker. The Nuggets got an aging Devin Harris in return. New York gave him a chance just like they did with Noah Vonleh, and also another bust, Mario Hezonja, who's under contract for another season with the Blazers. Moody was supposed to go to SMU, but elected to go to China because of financial struggles, which might have hurt his development. I don't see him getting more than a vet minimum if any team signs him. Georgios Papagiannis, the worst player on this list, let's be honest. 23 years old, 7'1", the 13th pick by the Phoenix Suns, alongside Bogdanovic, a useful guy the team could have used. Traded for Marquise Chris, who's in contract for another season, so he should be safer now. Papagiannis made $6.7 million for his NBA career, one of the forgotten lottery picks, 39 total games to be exact, averaged 4 and 3 after being waived by Sacramento, signed with the Blazers, played 1 game for them, waived after, dominated the G League. Getting waived at 20 years old is crazy. Sacramento didn't even need a center at the time, picked ahead of Malik Beasley and Karis LeVert, another lottery pick ruined by the worst franchise the last decade. Nobody in their right mind would select a guy like this in the lottery. Seeing these numbers in Europe before the NBA, 3.4 points and 4.8 points. Are you kidding me? What the heck were they thinking? Not a hard job to be a scout for that terrible franchise. Honorable mentions includes Cameron Payne, the 14th pick in the 2015 draft out of Murray State, 4 teams in 5 seasons, known for his handshakes with Russ Westbrook, hasn't done much in the league, averaged 6.2 points, 40% shooting, signed a 2-year deal with Phoenix, somehow hanging on. Mario Hezonja, who should have been out of the league years ago. It was an absolute travesty. Portland signed him before giving Melo a chance. Stanley Johnson of the Toronto Raptors, a player option for 2021, and Dante Exum still owed over $9 million next season in Cleveland, while Denzel Valentine should be safe for now. Those were 7 recent lottery picks who might already be out the league for good. What other recent busts do you think will be out after after 2020? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe for more content, more good stuff coming soon. I love all of you. See you next time.